Hello and welcome to ZacBow Fitness. So this video today, what I'm going to be looking at is with what's going on in the world at the moment with the coronavirus. There's a lot of people that are isolated at home, have been quarantined or on lockdown in certain countries. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to look at certain bits of equipment that you can order from places like eBay, Amazon or Sports Direct or places like Decathlon as well, because I know Decathlon is around the world. Any like sports outlet, it doesn't have to be an expensive one. I know TK Maxx hold a few things. So what I'm going to look at is different bits of equipment that you can use in the home that's not going to break the bank. So I'll look at all the different bits, and then what I'm going to do at a future point is make videos for some of the equipment that I show you. So why I'm going to talk about this, because obviously you're going to be stuck indoors, so you may as well train. A lot of people won't be able to go to the gym because the gyms will be closed. Singapore, they're not closed yet, they're all open. All the jiu-jitsu gyms, the MMA gyms and the fitness gyms, they're all open at the moment. We're waiting for the lockdown to come down on that. So the reason why I want to make this video is because I used to work on the ships near Somalia doing the anti-piracy stuff on tankers and things like that. So we spent a lot of time at sea. We didn't have gyms and that, so we made the best of what we could get on the ship, or we made our own bits of gym equipment. So in that, I've done a bit of isolated training before, where I've been stuck on a ship for a month and I've just done little bits of different bits of training. You know, even when I was in the army, being away, we used to make our own gyms. If we was on tour somewhere and we couldn't go to gym equipment, we used to make things out of buckets with concrete and that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is just look at a few little different bits. It might give you an idea of kit to go out and buy. Some of it you may think, I don't want that, it's no good to me. Other things you may think, yeah, why not? I'm going to buy it. So what I'm going to start off with an agility ladder. If you play football or anything like that, you would have seen these. A lot of places use them for circuit training and that. So you see, comes all packed up. That's normally wrapped around there, but I just wanted to open it out to show you how it is. So then you link for these out to how much you want. This one is about 10 meters long. I got this off of eBay. It wasn't that expensive. It did come from China, but yeah. So you can order these, that kind of thing. You can pick these up pretty cheap. Good bit of kit. Multi-use, if you've got a garden, they're great. You can even use them with your kids, keep your kids entertained. So if you look at football videos and that, and look up agility ladders or circuit training, that'll give you some ideas what to do with these. And comes with a nice little bag, so it's easy to carry around. I use this for in the park and that kind of thing, a little bit of circuit training. It's a good bit of kit, not too expensive, you can shop around with these. Leg weights. So if you follow me on Instagram, and if you're not following me, get following me at ZacBow_fitness on Instagram TV or Instagram itself. Leg weights, you would have seen these on my page. Normally when I'm doing the housework, I'll wear these as I'm walking around, doing the hoovering and that kind of thing. They come in different weights, so you don't have to get the same weight as me. The best feeling in the world is when you take them off afterwards, your legs feel so light. But they are effective way of building up your legs. Especially when you're stuck indoors, you can't go out for long walks and that kind of thing, unless you've got an indoor bike. Good bit of kit. Even do your training in them. You know, a little bit of extra weight added to your legs. You know, you can get them in TK Maxx, this place like Argos, sports places. They don't cost a bomb, but check them out. Check out the different weights and one that you're happy with. Like, make sure you get a pair as well, because you don't want to be one working one side of the body. Next bit, resistance bands. So these are Pilates resistance bands. This cost me $6.50 from Decathlon here in Singapore. So what do you get for $6.50? 3 different bands. Black is the hardest. This maroon colour is medium, and you've got blue as a light. So with these, you'll see a lot of people squatting with the bands and that kind of thing. Good bit of kit, because it gets you to push your knees out when you squat. Because a lot of people, when they squat, especially if you're doing back squats with weight on your back, some people's knees go inwards. This is trying a way of you pushing against the band to try and get your knees to go outwards when you're doing it. Like I said, cheap as anything, $6.50, and that's Sing dollars, not US dollars, just to make you aware. Next bit of kit, speed rope. Obviously, can take up a bit of room to do this, but cheap as anything as well. $5.50. No, actually $5 has cost me in Decathlon as well. You know, I'm not very good with speed rope, so while I'm in isolation, maybe it's time to try it out. We've got a patio and that. I'm not very good with skipping. Like I said, this was $5. I'm not worried if it gets damaged or broken because it's not cost me a load. Where you can buy CrossFit ones for like 40, 50, 60 pound. I just got this because I don't know how to use it properly. I'm not very good at skipping. And if you go on my Instagram, you'll see how bad I am at skipping. So yeah, $5. So not too much. So check it out. That was from Decathlon. What we got here? Pull-up bar. A lot of people have these in the house, whether they use them or not. Good bit of kit. Got to make sure that they're stable and it can take your weight, because you don't want to be falling down, you don't want to be damaging doors as well. So make sure, like here, I've got padding on each end to keep that stable there. Good bit of kit, get your pull-ups in, chin-ups, that kind of thing. You know, good bit of kit, cheap as well. You can get them from most places, most sports shops, or even like Argos and things like that. Cheap as anything. Nice bit of kit there. Right, one for you jiu-jitsu people. Scramble grips. I don't know if you've seen these on their website. They come as a pair. It's £20 I think for both of them. So they come as a pair at 20 quid. If you want to keep your grip work going while we're in these times, nice bit of kit. So it's got an opening here. So how do you use these? This is meant to be like a gi. So like anything, when you're doing your grip training, you can carry on with that. So this is meant to be like a gi sleeve. So what you do with these, if you've got a nice pull-up bar, you place this around the bar, pull the gi sleeve through, lock it off, and then you can do pull-ups using that, you know, all different little kind of exercises with it. Good bit of kit, like I said, 20 quid from Scramble. So if you want to check that out, I think they've got worldwide shipping now as well, because they've got different stores. I think they've got one in Canada, one in Australia and that kind of thing, Japan. So these are, you can get hold of these. Another bit of kit, because you can't get out running and pushing it a bit, do your training in one of these. So, you see it comes with a nice little book explaining exactly how to use it. So this is to get you breathing a little bit higher. It's meant to be for altitude training and that kind of thing. Right, so it comes in different sizes also. Make sure you get the right size for you. So it has the different caps on the front, and you get other caps that come with it as well. It's meant to be to make it harder or easier to breathe. So this will get your heart rate up and get you breathing a little bit harder, especially when you're indoors. Nice bit of kit. They can vary in price, some of them can be expensive. So shop about and see which one best suits what you want it for and how much you can spend in these times, especially with people not working, people being laid off, you know, check that out. Nice bit of kit, but it may be a luxury. So, a different type of resistance bands. So tubing ones. So, these you can you buy as a set. You can get them off of most places pretty cheap, but with these you pay for what you get and the quality. I've had these since 2011 when I was working on the ships. It was easy to put in my luggage, carry around, and any ship I was on, I could just train using these. I get all the different sizes on here. You know, you get different strength. So you put multiple on there depending on what kind of stuff you want on there. If you look on the internet, there's loads of places that will actually give you advice on how to do training with them, what exercise to do with them, and how to build different parts of the body. But what I want to show you on here is one that I put on earlier. So, they come with these nice little handles, and all you do is clip them on. So you get two handles and that clip there. Then you get one of these, a door anchor. Easy enough to use, so you put the bands through here of which ones you want to use, how many different ones you want to use on there. Go to the door, place it over the top of the door, close the door, and away you go. Put them up that way, you can have them from the bottom for lifting up, here for pulling down, pulling towards, so that kind of thing. Good bit of kit, doesn't take up too much room. Like I say, if you shop around, you can mostly get them a lot cheaper. I paid about £50 for these, but obviously I'm going back to 2011 now, They've been all around the world with me. They're still working well. They're not worn out. Nice bit of kit. The kettlebell. Many different exercises you can use for these. They vary in price though. That's one thing I'll say. So depending on the weight of what one you want, they can cost a little bit of money, but it's an investment because they're not going to rot, they're not going to go anywhere, you know, and there's loads of different things you can do with these, squats and all that kind of stuff, you know, rows, you know, there's loads. If you look on kettlebell exercises, there's tons out there. Good bit of kit, bit of investment for sitting indoors. Like I say, get all different weights, so you better get the weight that suits you the best. You may want to get 2 to do farmer's walks, but then you may just want to do 1. But you've got to remember, you've always got to work the body properly, okay? So you don't want to get muscle imbalance. Now I'll move on to the TRX. Yes, this bit of kit is expensive, this brand. So I bought this back in 2012. It cost me about 150 to maybe 175 pounds at the time. Good bit of kit. So this is when they talk about suspension training. So this is what they mainly talk about. A lot of gyms will have TRXs or they'll have types of TRXs. Comes with a nice little book. So in the book, it will tell you different exercises, and it also goes from hard to medium and that kind of thing on here. The do's and don'ts with training with them. You know, working different muscles, you see along here. So it's a handy little book as well, comes with it, so you can make up your own little training. So let's see what's in the bag. So here, you've got a hook. This is for outdoor training. So you'll put the TRX in here, what I'll show you in a moment. You hook that on there, and then that is for, say, pull-up bar. If you're out and about, so out in the park, you put it to the pull-up bars and that kind of thing. Attach it on there so you can do all the training off of there in the park. So then we'll go to the main part. So this is the TRX. You would have seen a lot of these in the gyms if you've been around the gyms, or you would have heard about them. So as I said, there's the hook that you would just hook onto the yellow. So you just hook that onto there, and then that's the part that you wrap around the tree and then hook onto itself. As you can see here, I've got the door jam hook on there at the moment. So basically, a bit like the resistance bands, well, almost identical. You place it over the top of the door, close the door, and adjust. You adjust these straps on here from up and down, you know, lengthening and shortening. You've got to make sure they're the right length. Good bit of kit as well, because obviously you can do press ups with these. You can do all different kinds of exercises. So that's the suspension training, which a lot of people talk about. But thank you for watching my video. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's ZacBow_fitness. My email address is zacbowfitness@gmail.com, and ZacBow Fitness is one word. And on YouTube, it's ZacBow Fitness. So get checking it out. I'm going to be putting up a lot more different videos over the next coming weeks. Like I said, training with some of these bits of kit to give you some ideas of what you can do at home. I am taking on clients at the moment that are looking at doing home-based, so things like every minute on the minute circuit training, or you know, as many reps as possible in a minute, you know, that kind of stuff. I can do you a little training program, so when you're at home, you can do all of that. So it's little bits, but a lot of it will be body weight exercises, because if you haven't got the gym equipment, I'll get you fit using body weight. Check out my other videos on YouTube. And I haven't got that many on Instagram TV because I mainly put them all on YouTube. But thank you again for watching my videos. Please get in contact if you're interested in starting up with me. I'll give you a free consultation. We'll have a little chat over Skype or Zoom or something like that. And because I'm based in Singapore. And if you want to get in contact, drop me an email at zacbowfitness@gmail.com. Remember, get subscribing to my YouTube channel, ZacBow Fitness. Get following me on Instagram at ZacBow_fitness. Thank you, Zay. Go train, people. Do what you can in these bad times. Instead of watching TV and letting your brain rot, unless you're watching nice documentaries and learning a bit more, get out, do a bit of training in your garden, in your front room, with the kids. Get everyone involved. You know, It's all good, train the brain. Thanks again, people. Remember, subscribe, and get following me on Instagram. And I hope we all get through this together. If you have any feedback or any tips you want from me, please drop me a line, inbox me on YouTube, or leave a comment under the video. Brilliant, people. Take care, and I hope your training goes well. Remember, it's a fitness community. All the best. Hope your training does well, go well.